This video is sponsored by Dibbly Create. Writing software usually does one thing. It helps you write books. And to a certain extent, some will format your book. But beyond that, you really have to go elsewhere for getting all marketing materials for your book. But what if your writing software could also create social media graphics, A+ content, ad images, and even cover designs? It's 100% possible. Today, we're taking a look at a tool that does exactly that. Nearly 4 years ago, I broke ground with a new writing software called Dibbly Create. What set them apart from the pack was that they offered an all-in-one tool for researching, writing, and publishing books. You can do market research, outline description and generation, ebook and print book formatting, and so much more through the power of their AI bot Kip. But whenever I needed graphics, I had to either hire a pro or grind it out with GIMP or Canva. While my graphic design skills are passable, the finished product often takes quite some time for me to polish and perfect. So you can imagine my excitement when Dibbly Create rolled out a new feature called Design Studio. Instead of bouncing between different tools, Design Studio lets you create the graphics your book actually needs right inside the same environment where you write it. From ebook and print covers to A+ content, social media graphics, ad images, and launch materials, everything is built on pre-sized canvases, so you're not guessing about dimensions, bleed, or formatting. And the best part is that Design Studio is available to all Dibbly Create users. On the free plan, you can still build designs manually, but the Pro plan unlocks the AI generation features so you can create and iterate much faster without having to start from scratch. Let's explore Design Studio now so you can see exactly what it can do and how it can save a ton of time and money when used properly. Follow along by getting a 7-day free trial to the Dibbly Create Pro plan when you visit my affiliate link, dailylinks.com/DibblyCreate. Special thanks to the fine folks at Dibbly for their continued support of this channel. Every author needs a strong book cover if they ever expect to attract readers. The problem is that cover design usually comes with a lot of technical headaches. Trim sizes, spine width, bleed margins, and export settings can quickly turn a simple idea into a frustrating math problem. Design Studio removes most of that friction. Instead of calculating dimensions or wrestling with graphic design software, you can start with a properly sized canvas and focus on the creative side of your cover. Another nice feature is that the templates are already built for Kindle Direct Publishing trim sizes. That means spine width, margins, and bleed are handled for you when you're building a paperback cover. Now, in most cases, those same covers can work on other platforms like Draft to Digital, Publish Drive, or Book Vault. Now, Ingram Spark can be a little bit more particular, so you might need to make a few more adjustments there. The good news is that the team at Dibbly Create hinted at eventually supporting additional platforms. You can access Design Studio from any project by opening the left sidebar, clicking Design, and hitting the plus icon. The canvas opens as a default Kindle ebook cover, and you can change the canvas type or trim size from the right-hand drop-down. Now, when the canvas opens, I usually start by iterating on ideas using the Fast model tier. Now, Fast is great for brainstorming because it uses fewer tokens while giving you rough concepts to work from. The next step is to provide a prompt in your vision box where it says, describe your idea. Now, this is where you enter everything you want the AI to generate for your cover. You can generate an image directly from that prompt, but you're going to get better output with Enhance. Now, when you click Enhance, the AI rewrites your prompt using Kindle ebook cover best practices, so Kip can produce a stronger result. Now, on the Fast model tier, you're locked in at a 1K resolution for your image. And when you upscale your graphics in the Pro model tier, you can generate images at 1K, 2K, or 4K resolution. Now, higher resolution will naturally cost more tokens, so it's a good idea to start lower at the Fast level while you're experimenting. And don't forget to check Save to Assets library so you don't lose any good generations. You can also choose to generate multiple variants, anywhere from 2 to 8 variations at a time. This is great for exploring different variations of a core concept. Now, keep in mind that more variants consume more tokens. And remember, the goal here is to iterate quickly and find something that is close to being workable. Now, once I find a concept I like, I run that prompt in the Pro tier to generate the final or semi-final render. Now, Pro produces much higher quality images and supports additional features like web grounding and reference images. Now, with references, you can drag in images from your computer. Now, this is especially useful if you want the new design to follow the layout, tone, or visual style of a previous cover or fast drafted design. Side note, References are only available in the Pro model tier, not in the Fast model tier. Now, sometimes the AI will generate text as part of the image, but that can reduce the overall quality. What I usually do is let the AI generate the full concept first, then remove the text when I upscale and add it manually on the image. Now you can do that using the toolbar above the canvas. The text menu lets you add headings, subheadings, or body text, and you can also insert shapes, images, and other design elements. The toolbar also includes navigation controls like fit to screen and zoom in or out, so you can easily adjust your view. Now, one other feature worth mentioning is the effects panel on the left side. Inside the text effects section, you will find a variety of pre-built text styles based on different genres. Now, these presets can save a lot of time when you're experimenting with typography, and they can also give you ideas for directions you might want to explore with your own cover text. One thing to keep in mind is that there is a bit of a learning curve. Do not expect to produce a great cover within just a few minutes. It takes time to understand where the tools are and how to get the most out of them. I've spent personally several hours working through some designs before landing on something I really liked, and a lot of that process was simply learning the interface and refining the idea. Now, once the design is ready, click the Export Design icon in the top right corner. From there, you can export your cover in PNG, JPEG, PDF, or PDFX format. For ebook covers, I usually export in either PNG or JPEG. Now, JPEG tends to be the safest option because it's accepted on almost every self-publishing platform. Now, during your export, you can also choose to include bleed and embed print metadata, which is helpful when preparing files for print. Now, after selecting your format and settings, just click export and the file will download. If you happen to have multiple designs on the same canvas, you can also export everything at once as a zipped file. Paperback covers follow a very similar process, but there are a few important differences. If you already created an ebook cover, use that image as a reference in the Pro model tier. You can instruct AI to honor the style, layout, and the theme of the original cover. This helps the paperback version stay visually consistent with the ebook. Much like the ebook cover, I strongly recommend adding the text manually instead of having AI generate it. The quality comes out better and you'll have far more control. If you are unsure what fonts or effects work best for your genre, ask Kip. You can ask for font recommendations, shadows, glow treatment, or other styles that fit your book's market. From there, continue iterating just like you would with any other design. If you're using the ebook cover as a reference in the Pro model tier, start generating at 1K resolution while experimenting. Once the design starts getting close to what you want, move up to 2K and eventually 4K for the final version. If you get very close to the design you want but need to change a specific element, switch into edit mode and continue refining from there. If you are already working in the Pro tier, it usually makes sense to stay there so the quality remains consistent. And as always, make sure you save everything to the assets library. Every generation uses tokens, which means it has real value, so you do not want to lose something that could be useful later. Once the cover is handled, the next big opportunity for many authors is A+ content. If you scroll down in Amazon book listing, you will sometimes see additional graphics under the product description. Those sections are called A+ content, and they give authors more space to visually explain the value of their book. Now, A+ content lives inside your KDP dashboard under the Marketing tab. From there, you can upload graphics that appear on your product page. Things like feature highlights, comparison charts, banners, and branded images. Now, these graphics do more than make the page look nice. They help convert curious browsers into buyers by visually showing what the book offers and why it matters. Now, A+ content graphics follow the same startup process as the other designs you create inside Design Studio. Open your project, go to the design section on the left-hand side and start a new canvas. Now, from the canvas drop-down menu, scroll down to the Amazon A+ content section. You'll see about 14 different layout options available there. Now, if you're not sure which canvas you should choose, keep your A+ content dashboard open inside your KDP account while you work. Now, start building a module in the dashboard. Look at the options Amazon offers. Now, visual elements play a huge role in A+ content, so you should lean heavily into graphics and banners that help communicate the value of your book. And at the same time, make sure you balance those visuals with some text-based modules. Adding short pieces of written content allows you to naturally include keywords that help reinforce your book's discoverability on Amazon. For example, here are some of the assets I created for my fiction book using the banner with text layout. The banner graphics were created inside Design Studio, while the text itself can be added either directly inside the design or inside the A+ content editor in your KDP dashboard. In the event you want to create multiple projects on one canvas, merely visit the menu at the bottom middle of your canvas and you'll click the plus symbol. From there, you can choose any number of designs. Now, I prefer keeping like projects together so it's less confusing when I need to organize and export assets. When I export a canvas of A+ content, I can safely know that all I have are those graphics in that folder. The same goes with any of the other options. Could you mix and match? Sure, but I wouldn't recommend it if you want to stay organized. Now, quick note, you can have up to 30 total canvases in each project. Now, once the graphics are ready, export them from Design Studio and upload them into the matching modules inside your A+ content dashboard. Remember to double check and adhere to Amazon's policies and guidelines for A+ content. After your Amazon page is set up, the next step is promotion. Social media plays a big role in getting eyes on your book, but creating graphics for every platform can quickly become a time-consuming task. Each platform uses different image sizes and layouts, which means authors often end up resizing and rebuilding the same graphic over and over again just to keep their branding consistent. Now, inside Design Studio, you will find several ready-made canvas options built specifically for social media. Now, these presets remove the guesswork from sizing your graphics and allow you to design the assets that already match the layout requirements of each platform. Now, some of the available options include Instagram Post, Instagram Portrait, Instagram Story. I got Facebook Post, Facebook Cover, X Post, LinkedIn Post, and Pinterest Pen. Now, each canvas is formatted to the proper dimensions, so you can build the graphic once and know it will display right when you upload. For my workflow, I generated 3 graphics right away. One for a Facebook post, one for an Instagram post, and another for a Twitter post. Now, these tend to cover the majority of my promotional needs. If I want to expand the campaign further, I could always create additional versions using the other options. Another advantage of using these presets is that you can maintain consistent branding across platforms. If you already created artwork for your book cover or promotional images earlier in the project, you can reuse those assets here. Pull them from the assets library, place them on the canvas, and build a new social media graphic around them. From there, you can experiment with prompts, generate different visual styles, or edit specific elements until the design matches the tone of your promotion. Now, once everything looks the way you want, export the finished image and promote away. Design Studio has several additional templates that support book marketing and promotion. Rather than covering every last feature, I figured I'd give a quick spotlight to the other options. Under the Marketing Templates section, you will find options such as Square Book Promo, Wide Book Promo, Email Header, and BookBub Ad. Another option is paperback interior pages. Now, while these aren't intended for cover artwork, they can be useful if you want to create branded interior graphics, decorative pages, or visual elements that support the interior layout of your book. Templates are also available for physical promotional materials such as bookmarks, postcards, and business cards. Now, whether you're offering a bonus bookmark for buying your print book or sending a special thank you postcard to your readers, these small gestures can make a big and lasting impression. You will also see a custom canvas option that allows you to create a design using any dimensions you want. Now, I'm personally looking forward to using this option for generating YouTube thumbnails. Since I already do a lot of my video writing and planning inside Dibbly Create, it makes sense to produce the graphics there as well. Even though Design Studio is pretty sweet, you have to check out some of the other features in Dibbly Create. In fact, I'll show you how to efficiently research, produce, and publish a book using Dibbly Create in this video series. I'll see you there.